This is TechCrunch. Months before a jury awarded a $242.5 million verdict against Tesla over its culpability in a 2019 fatal crash, the automaker had a chance to settle for $60 million. Instead, Tesla rejected that offer, according to new legal filings that were first reported by Reuters. The settlement proposal, which was made in May, was disclosed in a filing that requested Tesla cover legal fees for the plaintiffs in the case. Earlier this month, a jury in federal court in Miami found Tesla partly to blame for a fatal 2019 crash that involved the use of the company's Autopilot driver assistance system. One person was killed when a Tesla Model S with Autopilot engaged plowed through an intersection and hit a Chevrolet Tahoe. The crash victims, Nima Benavides Leon and her boyfriend Dylan Angelo, were standing outside the vehicle on the shoulder at the time. Leon was killed while Angelo was severely injured. The driver, who is not a defendant in this case, was sued separately for his responsibility. The lawsuit filed in 2021 against Tesla centered on Autopilot, which was engaged but did not brake in time to avoid going through the intersection. The jury assigned the driver 2/3 of the blame and attributed 1/3 to Tesla. As part of the verdict, the jury awarded the $242.5 million verdict as part of its decision. Tesla, in a statement provided to TechCrunch earlier this month, said it plans to appeal the verdict given the substantial errors of law and irregularities at trial. TechCrunch has reached out to the plaintiffs' attorneys, as well as Tesla. An outside PR firm that previously provided statements on Tesla's behalf declined to comment and directed TechCrunch to the company's press address. Tesla disbanded its communications team several years ago. Google is tightening security measures around Android app distribution, the company announced on Monday. Starting next year, Google will begin to verify the identities of developers distributing their apps on Android devices, not just those who distribute via the Play Store. The changes will affect all certified Android devices once live, though the global rollout will be more gradual. The tech giant stresses that this does not mean developers can't distribute outside of the Play Store through other app stores or via sideloading. Android will remain open in that regard. However, developers who appreciated the anonymity of alternative distribution methods will no longer have that option. Google says this will help to cut down on bad actors who hide their identity, to distribute malware, commit financial fraud, or steal users' personal data. According to its own survey, Google says that more than 50 times more malware came through internet side-loaded sources compared with Google Play, where it has required developer verification since 2023. Initially, Google will allow interested developers to sign up for early access starting in October 2025 to test the system and provide feedback. In March 2026, verification will go live for all developers. By September 2026, any app installed on an Android device in Brazil, Indonesia, Singapore, and Thailand will have to meet the new requirements. Starting in 2027, the requirements will begin rolling out globally. Developers will have to provide their legal name, address, email, and phone number, which could push independent developers to register as a business for their own privacy's sake. Apple implemented a similar change for the EU App Store earlier this year to comply with the Digital Services Act, a regulation that now requires app developers to provide their trader status to submit new apps or app updates for distribution. Google notes that student and hobbyist developers will be able to use a separate type of Android Developer Console account when this system rolls out, as their needs differ from commercial developers. The changes could have a significant impact on the Android app ecosystem and app distribution, as Google works to cut down on the security issues and malware that have typically plagued its platform. Tech founder Ethan Agarwal, who has raised tens of millions of dollars from VCs across 2 startups, is running for the 2026 California gubernatorial seat, as reported by Axios. Axios described Agarwal as a Democrat who believes in capitalism. He told the outlet he's mainly concerned about the increased cost of living and doing business in the state, which has led to the departure of residents and other opportunities, such as film productions. Agarwal told Axios, California could use some business and tech acumen to fix things in a way that other candidates in the race won't. He previously co-founded fintech startup The Coterie, which raised $80 million from VCs, according to PitchBook, before its assets were sold earlier this year. He also co-founded Aptiv, an audio-focused fitness app that raised roughly $61 million before being sold to Pear Health Labs for undisclosed terms. He has already planned campaign fundraising events, with hosts including DoorDash co-founder Stanley Tang and Y Combinator president Gary Tan, who invested in the coterie through his venture firm Initialized Capital. That's it from TechCrunch. For more tech stories like these, go to TechCrunch.com.